Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well. And in this video today, I want to talk to you about my top picks for men's cologne right now. Lately, when I'm going to the department store where I'm checking out ads, I am loving a lot of colognes. And designers are really bringing their A game when they're designing colognes. Everything's smelling really unique, really novel. Bottle designs are so cool. I'm just really impressed with men's cologne right now. The ad campaigns are great. So I just wanted to talk with you guys some of my top picks currently out on the market. These are brand new colognes. So one of the first colognes that I want to talk about is a new cologne from Calvin Klein, which is Eternity Now. Now you guys are I'm sure familiar with the cologne Eternity, which is one of Calvin Klein's staple colognes, and it's like been around for years. And I'm actually seeing a really big revival with Calvin Klein, not just with its cologne section, but more in terms of its fashion, and its ad campaigns are going really good, and I really love this Eternity Now cologne. And I love how the packaging is. It's just a very simple bottle, really reminiscent of the classic Eternity look, and it just represents classic American fashion, I feel like. And the smell of it is really unique, and that's why I like it. When you first smell it, like if you spray it onto one of those papers, the first smell that I get at least is kind of like a beachy, sandy pina colada. You know, you get some coconut in there, some pineapple, which sounds a little bit odd for like a perfume or a cologne for men, but it has those kind of musky undertones still that make it still a men's fragrance. And if you want something to compare it to, if you guys have smelled Invictus by Paco Rabanne, which is kind of that like trophy shaped perfume cologne bottle, it has that same kind of grapey, fruity smell, but spray it on your skin actually, because when you spray it on your skin, because when you spray it on there and let it sit, it reacts with your own body and kind of gives this kind of smoky, kind of bonfire kind of smell to it as well. So it's really a unique cologne, I feel like. And the moment I spray it, I instantly think of beach bonfires, tropical, and I know we're gearing towards fall and winter, but it's still, when it turns kind of into that smoky smell after it sits on your skin, it's really good, and it just gives you a unique smell. Like if someone's walking by wearing Eternity Now, I would kind of be like, wow, that smells really great. The next cologne I want to talk about is a cologne that I've talked about before, and it's also in my wish list video, and it's Sauvage from Dior. So it finally came out, and Johnny Depp is the brand ambassador for Dior Sauvage, and I love the bottle. I love the whole concept. It's like a desert scene with Johnny Depp in there, blue skies, sand, and it's just, I really like it. Very raw. And the smell of Sauvage is really interesting as well and very unique. It has its fruity undertones. It also has a really smoky smell to it, but it's also very wet too, so it's very refreshing. It's gearing more towards a daytime cologne, I feel like. You could still wear it at nighttime, but it's a little bit light for a nighttime cologne, I feel like. But it's just kind of this musky, fruity smell, kind of the same direction as Eternity Now. So if you spray those two together, you kind of can tell Eternity Now is more grapey and fruity, while Sauvage is a little bit more smoky. But seriously, I love the bottle I love the bottle design of it too. And a lot of people will say, why do we care about bottle design? It's all about the cologne, right? Well, no, I look at cologne as kind of like an art piece, and the whole effort, the creative effort that goes into a cologne really sells it for me. Now the next cologne is something that I think probably 95% chance that I'll go and buy it within like the next 1 or 2 weeks, and it is Dark Rebel by John Varvatos. So this literally just came out, and if you guys are familiar with John Varvatos colognes, they all have that leather undertone smell to it. But this is just so amazing. It's leather, spicy, and I'm wearing it actually right now on. I just came back from Nordstrom's. And it just smells amazing. It's just leather. It's just literally like you're smelling a really high quality leather bag, and it still has kind of that spicy, uplifting, masculine cologne smell with a big, heavy tone of leather. So this isn't gonna smell like your typical men's colognes where it kind of has that watery scent. It's really dry smelling, really spicy and really leathery, and it's just like, I feel like this is the definition of a fall winter scent that you could just wear throughout the fall. You're wearing your wool coat, you have this on, you have your leather bag, and you just smell like amazing. Now another cologne that I've been really liking that just came out is Ultra Male from Jean Paul Gaultier, and I'm in love with all of Jean Paul Gaultier's colognes, really. Gaultier's Le Male, classic one, and all the versions that came out of it. This one is Ultra Male, so it's basically kind of like an intense, more intense pungent version of Le Male, and kind of adds a more harsh, intense note of that classic Jean Paul Gaultier smell. A lot of people think this smells like baby powder, in like a male baby powder, like, I don't know, but I really like it. It is very sweet, it is very powdery, but this one has an intense note to it, kind of adds a spicy element to it. And again, this is perfect for fall and winter. I like the bottle shape too. I mean, it's the classic Le Male body shape that Jean Paul Gaultier colognes have, but it has kind of this dark blue with lines all over it, and it really looks great. For summer, he came out with Cologne Tonique, which I owned and I talked about in a separate video, and that was very light and refreshing and kind of like ethnic. This one is a more intense, in-your-face version, and you guys will notice that for winter and fall, colognes are going to be more spicy, more warm, more intense, and that's why all these lines are coming out with their intense cologne. The other cologne that I wanted to talk about basically just came out like 2 or 3 days ago, and it is The Scent by Boss. So Boss has, I've always really liked Boss colognes, not all of them, but some Boss colognes really smell unique, and I like the bottle shape. There's Bottled Night, there's the classic Boss. I'm not a big fan of Hugo Boss, but the Boss scent really, I think, is Boss's best cologne. It's just very sweet. It has kind of undertones of whiskey and kind of bourbon and kind of that classic like manly smell, but with this more sweet and spicy scent to it. I love the bottle design of it too, and I like that it is kind of like a whiskey slash bourbon color, and that kind of makes it a little bit more elevated, a little bit more classic. And I really like the name of it too, The Scent, and it really is one of its best scents. I think the Boss The Scent is going to be part of those like classic scents that every guy should own once people get to know it. Boss's colognes aren't that big as competitors as the other, you know, major fashion houses are, but I really think The Scent is going to be one of those things like the One or Bleu de Chanel or YSL that's going to be the staple of Boss's cologne line. Now lastly, I wanted to talk about a classic cologne piece, a classic cologne that is, you know, I think one of the best colognes, one of the top 5 best colognes made in the past like 20 years, and I think it's Bleu de Chanel. But Bleu de Chanel just came out with, Chanel really came out with a new version of Bleu de Chanel, which is Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, so the parfum version of it. So instead of going intense, they just made a parfum version, which is much more potent, and this is just like taking Bleu de Chanel, the classic one, and putting it on crack. It's just so good, it lasts so long, and Bleu de Chanel for me always just reminds me of very high class Vegas, or like going out to a club, going out to a fancy dinner, and it's just so, the smell is just so unique. Again, I've talked about it before, when I spray it, it smells like a nighttime dark, you know, going on an ocean, on a yacht in the ocean, you smell the nighttime breeze. It's cold, it's wet, it's mysterious, and I honestly love it. I think every guy literally should own one bottle of Bleu de Chanel, and why not get the parfum version that'll last you for a long time. You literally need just 2 or 3 sprays and you're good, and you know, you could just buy a big bottle of it. It's $110 and you have it and you're good. So those were the top colognes, new colognes that are out right now on the market. You guys can go to any Nordstrom's, Macy's, Bloomingdale's to find these, and you could go on the websites of these companies as well. You know, buying one of these you literally will be happy with, I think, because they're scents that everyone will really like, and they're really classic scents, and they're very new. The old guy on the streets, if someone smells you, or if you're with a date or something and they smell you, I think women like it, men like it, kids like it, and yeah. So hope you guys can hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to thank all the nice comments that you guys always post, and I wanted to welcome you to my channel. If you're new and you're watching, hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this, more vlogs and fashion videos and just lifestyle videos. And until next time, peace.
Without you, baby, without you, baby, I don't have a reason to live. Hold me, baby, love me, baby, hold me close and breathe me in. Without you, baby, without you, baby,